Hey everybody, and welcome to another Saturday morning hangout with Patrick and Hoxie. And yeah, everybody's got a beverage, got a Pepsi, I think a couple of coffees. So, is that a cherry Pepsi?
Correction, wild cherry.
Wild cherry, like it.
Don't just call it a cherry Pepsi.
It's
Play
wild,
that.
It had
nice.
to be tamed.
Had to
Yeah.
be tamed. Had to be tamed. All right. Well, everybody's had good weeks, busy weeks.
Yeah. I just noticed that Hawks is wearing that awful hat. Oh,
It's probably the last. It's probably the last championship I'll have for a while.
at least you've made a World Series in the last 5 years. So.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, I've not been to a World Series or a Super Bowl in
In a long
50,
time.
50 years.
Right. I think wasn't your last AFC championship game was like 1990 or
Yeah,
91. Yeah.
we've not even been to the playoffs since 2000 and
Eight? No, you were there
no.
2 years ago, 3 years ago with a
Oh yeah,
wild.
I'm sorry. We've not had a playoff win since '01.
Yeah, and you almost knocked somebody off with a backup quarterback. It was a pretty
Yeah,
good team. Yeah.
yeah. Oh well, we'll see what happens. And my Gators today is
Our Gators.
our Gators. Uh, the Lane Kiffin thing. So everybody says that he's going to LSU. So Florida's out of the running, is what I've heard. So who knows what'll happen there.
Yeah.
So guess I'll watch the last game today of the season,
Burrow is back.
and Burrow is back and in a big way.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
big.
I saw
Yeah.
this great thing where it was showing it was a picture of them around the turkey after the game, and it said, hopefully Jamar Chase doesn't spit in it. That's pretty funny.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So we picked some albums last week, and we'll go over them this week. It's going to be fun. We picked 1992's Electric Boys Groovus Maximus. That was my pick. Patrick's was 2016 Rick Springfield's Rocket Science. And Hawksy pulled out one that well, I had heard one song, but 1988's John Kilzer, Memory in the Making. So, I had some interesting listens this week of stuff I'd never heard of. So this is
Absolutely.
good. This was good.
Who's
So
going to be the sacrificial lamb and go first?
who's the sacrificial lamb? So I think I went first last week with Tough.
I'll
And,
go first. I don't care.
okay, let's go for it, Patrick.
So I have been a Rick Springfield fan since I was in the third grade. And my mother, that is my mother's responsibility. She loved Rick Springfield from back when he was a soap opera guy.
Yeah.
And I always remember coming home from school and she was watching that terrible movie he was in called Hard to Hold, where he was like a rock star and he meets the woman and
Yeah.
oh, it was a horrible movie. But
Good
uh,
soundtrack though.
the soundtrack was awesome because
Yeah.
it had Love Somebody, which is such an
Mhm.
incredible rock song.
Yeah.
And I, got into that first. That was my gateway to Rick Springfield, and I've never looked back.
Yeah.
I've gotten every album since then. He went through a giant lull from 89 to 90 or to 2004, or maybe it was 91, 90. But he went like 15 years without releasing a record. He has a lot of depression problems and stuff. And he came back with a vengeance in '04 with a great album called Shock, Denial, Anger, Acceptance that is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then he actually kind of had a hit again back in 2008 with the album Venus in Overdrive because he was back on the soap opera and he had an incredible song called What's Victoria's Secret that is just such a great freaking song.
Yeah.
And then he had Songs for the Ends of the World, which is my favorite Rick Springfield record. And then he moved to Nashville and made this record that I put in front of you guys called Rocket Science. And he definitely it's a little bit of a left turn for him. I'm admittedly not a huge country music fan at all. I don't enjoy current country. When I do enjoy country, it's the music that Hawks puts in front of me, and then dominates my playlist for an entire week at a time. And I'm still listening to that Waylon record. So I listened to it last night on my way home. So, um, but this record, Rocket Science, came out, and I was very hesitant at first, thinking, oh, he's trying to get on a bandwagon, a singer-songwriter bandwagon, and found out very quickly that the singles for the record that were put out were the worst songs on the record, and that the songs on the record outside of those singles were fantastic. And this record, ever since 2016, I still listen to it several times a year. And when I do, I immerse in it. I wind up in it for a few days or a week or whatnot. I've tried to turn so many people onto this record, and they listen to it once. They don't give it much of a shot. But the people, the rare times that they do, they're like, "Holy crap, that's a really good record." So, you know, Earth to Angel is an amazing song that I love to this day. There's so many really, really great songs on this record. Um, I think the songwriting is far and away his best songwriting. And I know he had help on it. He's not a bad songwriter in himself, but he uh, he definitely had some help in Nashville on it, and that Nashville tinge shows up in some slide guitar, some violins, or fiddles, if you want to call it fiddle.
Fiddle.
Um, but I love songs like "Pay It Forward," "Crowded Solitude." Um, I wish I had a concrete heart. I think that could have been a great song on the radio. I don't know if you guys had it, but the bonus track, "Beautiful Inside," I think is the best song on the record. But
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm so curious to hear what your guys' history with Rick Springfield was and what you thought of this record.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jones.
All right, bub. So I'm like you. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, and Rick Springfield was huge. I mean, he there for a while, the one hit wonder thing with Jesse's Girl is just bullshit because he had what,
Ton of them.
40,000 top 10 hits. I mean, but in the 80s, he could not do any wrong. I mean,
No, he could have shit on a plate and people would have thought it was great.
yeah, and I was one of those. And like I said, Love Somebody is probably my all-time favorite Rick Springfield song. I just love that song. Uh, yeah, so I was a big Rick Springfield fan. However, when he fell off, I guess I sort of did too. Now,
Sure.
my wife is a huge, like your mom, she's a huge Rick Springfield fan.
Yeah.
She's got everything, everyone that comes out, everyone that you've mentioned, I've listened to. I've not done deep dives, but I've listened to them with her. And that the one that you said was your favorite album, my wife.
Oh, Songs of the End of the World.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that the one that had the two different covers? There was one.
Yes.
Okay, that's one she says is her favorite.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our Ship Is Sinking is such a great song.
I need to. She told me I got to dive into that one too, so I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a Rick Springfield fan, and like I said, we went and seen him. It's probably been 10 years ago at the Wild Horse Saloon here in
How
Nashville.
was he?
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And this was when he is already what is he now? Like 70?
He's like 76 or
76.
75. Yeah.
Okay. So this would have still been, he'd been 60 something, and he was up on tables. He was running around on top of table. I mean, the energy was insane. His band was insane. I tried to do a little research today, but I don't think he's ever had a consistent band.
No.
Okay. It's always, it just whatever happens, happens. But yeah, you got the Nashville thing on this one, right? It reminds me a lot of, and a lot of people didn't like this record, which I liked quite a bit of it, but it reminded me of Bon Jovi, Lost Highway.
Mm-hmm.
They done the same thing. It sounds the same. It's got, like you said, there's no mistaking the Nashville sound.
Right.
And I like that record too. I thought this one, there was a couple of times on it I was like, maybe they went a little overboard with the
Yeah.
Nashville sound. And Rick sort of, like you said, sort of sounded like maybe they was chasing a trend there because
Yeah.
it's about that time that I think Bon Jovi done this. And
Yeah, they were almost this. I think they're the same year. You know?
okay, was it okay? But no, there's some really good stuff on this. Some really, really good stuff. I really liked Down.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that was the first single.
Oh, was it? Okay. Light This Party Up is, like I said, is sort of Nashville.
Yeah, that's my least favorite song on the record.
Yeah, that's like one that, you'd probably hear Rascal Flatts or something doing, you know what I mean? But Down, the one, there was one that you didn't mention that I loved was We Connect.
Yeah, it's a great song.
That's a great song. Wish I Had a Concrete Heart is so good. Yeah, and the bonus track, That Beautiful Inside, is so good. It is really, really good. And but yeah, there was like The Best Damn Thing, Light This Party Up. There was a couple on there I was just like, yeah, it's a little too Nashville for me. But
yeah,
but no, man, I think it was a great pick, and it makes me want to listen to more of his newer stuff.
Yeah,
So.
no, it's a great album. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will be the make or break opinion right here. Let's see where this comes in.
Right. This is a fantastic record. This is the best record Keith Urban never made. So,
Keith Urban did an amazing cover. I'm not a country fan at all, but I love John Denver. And he did an amazing cover of Rocky Mountain High where it's just him and a guitar. Oh, God, it's great.
Yeah. Keith Urban's a really talented dude.
Yeah.
He gets on nerves. He looks like a soccer mom going through a hard time, But,
yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't really listen to music with your eyes, though.
No.
Whatever. Anyway, though, I was never, I knew Jesse's Girl and the Hagar song. What's the?
Oh, I've done everything for you.
Yeah.
I knew those two songs, and man, I couldn't have probably told you another one. But I went back and started listening to some stuff after you mentioned this, and Springfield's got a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
But this record, dude, it's produced great. The lyrics are great. The music is great. Tim Pierce, that's the guy that was on Bon Jovi on Runaway. He played all the guitars on Runaway.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't know that till I did start, research this record a little. And he played on Iris for the Goo Goo Dolls and
wow,
on Black and White for Michael Jackson.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
But
is he a Nashville-based guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty sure he is now, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought Down's my favorite song on this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I really like Down. But I like everything on it too. The Pay It Forward's really good. Crowded Solitude.
Oh God, that's such a good song.
Yeah, I really, really like this record, dude. I thought this was it's kind of a departure. I didn't know what to expect. Because I was expecting basically another Jesse's Girl or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a lot of Keith Urban, like I said, and there's a Dierks Bentley record. Are you familiar with him at all?
Mm-hmm.
Dierks Bentley. What is Long Trip Alone? It reminds me of that a lot. But this was fantastic, dude.
Yeah, he's put out a couple records since he put out a all 100% deep dive blues record called The Snake King.
Okay.
And I just that's just like I try, but I just, as we talked about on that Cinderella video, I try, but I just can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't resonate with me. So, I think it's probably a passion project when people do that.
Yeah.
And then he put out an album just I think a year and a half ago that was called what was it called? It was called
Automatic.
yeah, and I have that, and that's a decent record, but it's very electronic,
Oh,
and
really?
and I like that. I'm good with that, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad record. I'm certainly not hesitating that it's not a good record. It's just for some reason it just hasn't gone all balls deep with me, like this did. So
Yeah, like you're saying, I was going through Rock of Life was 88, and then
yeah, it's a good record.
the next thing was Karma in 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I said, he went 11 years, or at least on iTunes.
Yeah.
Just looking at that. But yeah, there's the Snake King. Looks like he's got an orchestra record out in
Yep.
2019.
Songs in
Yeah.
My Life or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he's got quite a catalog, and like Jones said, if you can see him live, holy shit, he is a ball of energy, and he's fun, and he gets in the crowd, and all of those things. We were talking with Guru the other night about live albums and whatnot. He has an amazing live record called Greatest Hits Live that is just fantastic. And it's when
okay.
you hear that record that you really realize, holy crap, this guy had a lot of hits. Because
Yeah,
you wind up realizing that he sang things that you didn't know he sang.
yeah, I have to check that one out. I have not.
Yeah, Greatest Hits Live.
Yeah. I hadn't bought a CD in 8, 10 years, but I bought this.
Oh, did you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, I'm glad you liked it that much. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's not on Amazon Music. It's at all. This is not.
Oh,
So
really?
Oh,
this is it's. I had to listen to it all on YouTube,
yeah.
which I'm fine with that. Other than that's on the TV.
Right.
Guys, I know I done something this week I didn't think I'd ever do, and I broke down and I bought YouTube Premium for it's like $13.99.
Oh, it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
It's the best $13 a month I ever spent. There's
No
no more
commercials.
commercials, none.
Awesome.
And I've been making me a video playlist of like all the classic '80s, all the videos. I think I'm up over 200 videos now in a playlist that I can just put on and walk
Awesome.
away. And they have their own YouTube Music app that is
Yep.
fantastic. Yeah, that was a good choice for me. I
I'm so
just
giddy. I was giddy like that too when I didn't have to watch commercials anymore.
Yeah, and the first 2 months is free, and then it's like $13.99 a month or something.
YouTube Music.
It's
13.
YouTube. If like when you go on YouTube, just go to YouTube Premium.
Yeah, I know. Was music included with that?
Yes, it is included. You just download the YouTube Music app, and you can watch the videos and minimize, and it don't turn it off. It's fantastic. It's
Awesome.
great. All right, man. Good first album. Good conversation. I like it. Very good. Very good. So I'll go ahead and go, Hoxie. I picked 1992. The best band name, you can ask Hawks because he loves it. Electric,
The Electric Boys.
the Electric Boys.
Too bad it's not with a Z.
And their second album called Groovus Maximus. And when this come out, I remember I loved it.
How did you hear about it?
Metal Edge.
Okay. All right.
Just Metal Edge, and I found it. I loved it when it first come out. I've not listened to it in a while, and it's not aged as good as I remembered it aging or remembered it, but I still love. To me, it started off fantastic. Groovus Maximus is. The drum intro, the guitar riff is just amazing. But I guess if you had records, side A is fantastic and side B, it sort of drops off for me. Pulling it up now, but anytime you can have a record with a little girl on it with giant grasshoppers.
I love the cover.
It's and I'll put it up. But yeah, Groovus Maximus is fantastic. Knee Deep in You is fantastic. I love Mary in the Mystery World. Fire in the Sky, Sky is Crying, Bed of Roses, She's Into Something Heavy. Those first 7 songs I absolutely love. And then it's like, to me, it just drops
Crash.
off. It crashes. It crashes hard for me. You know, Dying to Be Loved, Bad Motherfunker, When Love Explodes, Tambourine, Tear It Up, and the March of the Spirits little instrumental at the end. It died. You know, the first set, that's for me anyways. But the first 7 songs is fantastic. And yeah, so I guess maybe I loved them so much that I just never flipped the tape or something. I don't know. Because it was just the back half's not that good, but man, the first half was okay. So
I found this record. I had never heard of them, and I was a Metal Edge reader, so I saw the name, but I never, bit on them for some reason. And I got this in a bin for like 99 cents with the, corner cut out of it.
yeah,
In like 2001 or 2002 at like a Goodwill. And I was like, oh shit, let's put this in. And I was floored by the first 7 songs. I couldn't believe, like, I was like, how the shit did this escape me?
yeah,
And I think I drove my roommate my junior year of college. I drove him crazy listening to it. It was one of those, can we listen to something else moments? It's like, God, do we have to listen to this shit again? Because he hated my music.
yeah.
And I don't know what happened at the end of that record, but you're absolutely right. It comes off a great song and then goes.
Yeah.
And I only have the CD, but I totally understand what you're saying about, like, I never flipped the side of the tape because there's no point in listening to the second half of the album. You listen to it once, you're like, okay, let's go back to what was great.
Yeah.
It's almost like they had these first 7 songs, and then the producer's like, this is fine, quality control out the door. You got enough to run with some singles, and let's go. The power that they play with on that record is pretty awesome. It's kind I akin it to like Tesla. When you're listening to Tesla, there's always balls, and you're like, okay, even the bad songs would be great live because
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I can feel it in my chest. That they
Right.
play with that same power and that emotion. I love the singer's voice. He's great.
I do too.
But I just don't understand why the Electric Boys couldn't finish the album, and have it be strong. I've listened to their catalog, and it's kind of hit and miss.
Yeah.
But this record is phenomenal, and even with the second half of it being kind of shit, it's still a must own. It's still a must own. It's so good. The guitar work, just the production's fantastic. And for 1991, they were on Atco, which
Yeah.
is kind of interesting because Atco is, wasn't Pantera was on Atco for the first record, weren't they?
I think so. And
Yeah.
Enough's Enough, I believe, was on it.
Enough's Enough was on Atco. I'm pretty sure Cowboys from Hell was Atco. It's not surprising to me that they didn't get the push for 92. They were a little late to the game with this record, but it still kicked ass.
And the first record's sort of like that. Lips and Hips.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that video on MTV, and I was just like, oh my gosh. It was sort of the same way. It's so powerful, and the riff, comes out, and it just, but some of the record, it just sort of drops. It's like they're really, really good, or they're not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I thought this, I'm just like you guys. I thought the first 6, 7 songs were fantastic too. I will say the guitar player, is that the singer also?
No, I mean, he does play guitar, but
I didn't know lead guitar or not, but the lead guitar player is like Ted Nugent meets Eric Johnson or something.
Right.
He's phenomenal. But I'm just like y'all. I did like Tambourine though. It's weird. I like some weird.
It is.
The ballad's really good on this, Dying to Be Loved. But I'm like you guys. The first Groovus Maximus is awesome. And the only I had heard this Mary in the Mystery World. I had heard that before.
Okay.
Back when I'd probably if whatever,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't hate it, dude. By any means, but I went back and listened to the first record. I do like this better than the first record, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
But
It's Connie Bloom was the lead singer in the he played guitar too, but Franco Santu, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
It's just Franco.
It's just Frank. Yeah. And I don't know if I was thinking maybe those two was still together, but I know Connie Bloom's still I don't know if it's just him. I've got some of their newer stuff on iTunes, but I've never really done a deep dive on them. As far as
I don't think any of it was super memorable.
Yeah.
I do like how psychedelic it is, and hippie. I dig that a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I never gave them a chance, but I do. Because I wasn't listening to anything at the time except for Tom Petty and that kind of stuff. Brian Adams stuff. It was just the time.
Right.
But, anyway. Cool. Yeah.
Good record.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. 2 for 2 so far. It's all you.
All right.
You're on the main stage.
All right, Patrick, you want to know the story behind John?
I want to hear this story because I adore this record.
I do too. All right. I mentioned KDF was a great radio station. They were the best station in the country, I thought. Which, what did I know? But you heard back in the day, you'd hear everything from Fleetwood Mac to Motley Crue to whatever. I mean, it was all encompassing thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
This record, Memory in the Making, was the only song I ever heard on the radio off this. And it's still probably my favorite ballad ever. Throwing Roses at the Moon, dude. That's such a great great song.
Yeah.
But so at one point or another, I went to Walmart and found this on cassette, and I'm just like you guys, or like the last record. I wore the first 4 or 5, the first side out, because I didn't remember hardly any of the second half of this record when I mentioned this last week. But the reason I mentioned this was because that ballad is my favorite ballad of all time.
Yeah.
And anyway, John Kilzer was a musician in Memphis, and maybe this is local, and maybe that's why Patrick. I don't even know how much airplay this got nationwide.
I tried to look that up to see how successful it was and couldn't find very little on it.
All I know, it went to like 110 on the Billboard, something like that. That's on media or whatever. But he was local to Memphis, so maybe that's why they were playing in Nashville.
Yeah.
But and Roseanne Cash had recorded Green, Yellow, and Red the year before this came, which I didn't know that either till I researched this record.
Yeah.
But I always thought this was a great, or at least the songs I remembered. I thought they were great, great record. Jack Holder, there was another band from Memphis called Cobra. They were kind of I don't know, radish or kind of mixed between Rat and Journey, maybe.
Yeah.
And but Jack Holder was a guitar player, and he plays a guitar on this. And the singer went on to sing for Survivor.
Yeah.
After, what did I say his name was, Jones? Jimmy
Jameson.
Yeah, he went on to sing for Survivor.
Yeah, you sent me that, and I was like, "That's wild! I'd never heard that before."
Yeah.
The bass player, he played with Jimmy Buffett a while. Yeah, it's weird.
It's funny how these family trees run,
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
And that's everybody on this record, on the Kilzer record.
The drummer is Harry Peel, and I don't think he ever played for anything else. But Yeah, that's pretty much the musicians on this.
Okay.
I was really a few years ago. I can't remember. I think maybe 6, 7 years ago. I saw on Facebook or something that Kilzer had committed suicide.
He did. Yep.
And
He was a priest. He had become like a priest in a church, and then
yeah,
tried to help a lot of people, and then he took his own life. It's pretty wild.
yeah, it's really really terrible. Suicide's I'm sure I know Jones and I have been affected by suicide, and if anybody's watching this, get some help because it's terrible to the people you leave behind. It
Absolutely.
really is. You know,
Absolutely. Yep.
but yeah, this record is I still play this, or at least Memory in the Making. I still play that. It's on my playlist. It plays, every month or so.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous song.
Yeah, it is.
It's just really beautiful song. So, opinions?
I loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I've listened to it probably 15 times this week. Great for me. Memories in the Making is great, but I love Give Me a Highway is a great song. Green, Yellow, Red was my jam. I love that song. That is such a good. The songwriting in this is fantastic. And here's another example of Hawks giving us an artist who, when they sing their song, their story is believable.
Yeah.
Not that most aren't, but like he's lived this, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He lived these songs. And I tried to do some research. There's not a lot out there on the guy other than that he put out 2 records for Geffen. He had a serious alcohol problem.
Yeah.
And got sober, became a priest, and then took his own life, which is terrible. Like Hawk said, I've had it affect me, and it's a terrible thing. So I can only imagine the pain he was in.
Right.
But you can also feel his emotion and his life in these songs. And these songs were, I mean, they must have been recorded in 87 or 86 to come out in 88, but they still sound fresh today. They do not sound dated. It's like there's no pop culture references in them. So it's like you could listen to this in 10 years and it's still going to sound as fresh and livable as it did in 88. How in the world this album passed me by in life? It was on Geffen. That's
Right.
a
Big
massive
label.
So it should have had some level of heavy promotion or whatnot. Maybe it was just what region of the country you were in. I mean, clearly it was on the radio for you to hear it, but God, I wish it had been on the radio when I was young. Because as you said about that Therapy album, I wish I had this when it was big because it would have had an impact in my life. This is a fantastic record. So definitely go out and listen to it because it is great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep. And I follow with you guys. I loved it. It brought me back. It reminds me a lot of Bryan Adams.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Bryan Adams, especially Reckless and those big '80s
That's
rock
like
records. Yeah, it's a lot like that. I'm like you guys. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, dude. It's Bryan Adams meets Tom Petty.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, and the guy's voice is great. I'm like you. I was doing some research and I was on YouTube and just looking to see if I could find some old videos, and there was a couple on there. And then there was one headline, like I said, minister takes his own life, and I'm like, well, that's not, and I just skipped and I went, hold on a second. And I went back and it was him. I was like, dang, that's, like I said, suicide is horrible. It's depression is a horrible, horrible thing. And, if you are suffering, get help, reach out. People will listen. I'll listen, we'll listen. So, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. But I didn't hear this when it come out. I heard making in the Memory in the Making, but it was way after the fact. It was not in the 80s. It might have been you, Hawks, who played it for me. I can't remember, but it was the only video I found was Red Blue Jeans.
Yeah.
He's got a video out for that. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That video is a little dated. You can tell it's an 80s video,
Oh yeah.
but
It's
like you
all,
said, the production, the songs are not dated at all. I thought it was a really good record. I love that last song too. I Love You.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
gorgeous
really
song.
good song. There was a few on here that maybe didn't really strike me, but for the most part, yeah, it Give Me a Highway. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Heart and Soul,
Loaded Dice, really good.
Loaded Dice. Was it maybe it was Dirty Dishes I didn't like. There was one that I was just like,
I don't think Dirty Dishes fit the record.
yeah, I think that's yeah. But other than that, yeah, it's great. I've listened to it several times this week too, and both of you guys' picks. I've listened to both of those records.
I have, yeah.
How is the second record, Hawks?
I never got it.
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
never did?
I never did get it. I didn't even know it was existed probably till, after he had committed suicide.
Yeah.
I probably didn't know about it. So
I'll probably check that out this week because this was so good. And I hear a little bit of Chris Isaac in it, like that kind of like you could be wasting away on a hot summer day,
yeah,
just in the middle of nowhere listening to this, and it would fit, It's
that's a great record too. Heart Shaped World's a great record.
Oh, it's a wonderful record.
Yeah.
So,
His second record was Busman's Holiday in 1991.
it's on YouTube. I just never listened to it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. This was great.
Yeah. Man, great picks, guys. Great picks. I love checking things out and hearing things, especially if I've not listened to them in a long time.
Yeah.
But so we've got any homework we've done? Is anybody ready for some picks next week?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, good deal. Let's
What
go.
you got, Jones?
All right. Well, I have been watching one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, and I can't tell you the name of it, but it's it's Frankie.
It's so good.
It's Frankie Banali's documentary.
Oh yes.
Right. It's
I've seen it. I'm trying to remember the name.
Come this far to be, I don't remember, but type in Quiet Right documentary and you'll get it. But it's so good. And it dives real deep into Kevin DuBro's passing and what it done to Frankie. And I'm a huge Kevin DuBro fan, even though there's some Quiet Right records that is not that good. But I am going to pick one.
Well, now you're here. There's no way back.
That's it. That's it from the record Mental Health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what it's from. But that's the documentary.
That's the doc. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're here. Now that there's no way back.
So they recorded an album in 2006 called Rehab, and the song that the documentary goes off to is what's the name of it? It Sucks to Be You.
Yes.
It is so good. It is so good. And honestly, I have not listened to that record probably since 2006. But that song is so good. So I'm going to give it another shot this week. And so I can't really tell you if I like it or not. But I'm going to give it a shot. And I just thought I'd pull something up I'd not heard in a long time. So that's my pick.
Cool. What about you, Hawks? What you got?
All right. I don't know if Patrick, if you know this or not, but Tom Petty's probably my favorite artist.
I had a guess. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go all of like the Tom Petty community think Let Me Up, I've Had Enough is his worst record. And I do not. I don't think there is a worst record, myself. So
when did that come out?
87.
Let Me Up, I've Had Enough.
Yeah. Tom Petty and the Heartbreak.
Okay. I'm that kid that's gonna make you go outside the box here. This group is a group that I hate the group that the singer is known for. I don't enjoy their music at all, but his side project has never released a bad album and, dare I say, a bad song. And I love this band. I listen to this record a ton. I don't just listen to it and then put it away. Usually I listen to any of their records and wind up stuck for weeks on them. And this is from 2014. The group is called Angels and Airwaves. And the album is called The Dream Walker. And do either of you know who the singer for Angels and Airwaves is?
I do not.
Have you ever heard of the group?
I have not.
Okay, the singer is Tom DeLonge from Blink 182.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he actually sings on these songs. These are not punk rock songs. This is almost this is like I would call it stadium rock. Like it is so good. And this is I think the fourth record that they put out. Yeah, because they put out a double album before this. And this is a fantastic record. I love it so much. It is not what when you hear Tom DeLonge and Blink 182, this is nothing in common with that.
So, what was the name of the record?
The Dream Walker.
Dreamwalker. Okay.
Yeah. So immerse yourself in it. Love it. I'm excited for this Tom Petty record because I hated Tom Petty most of my life, and then he died, and I, for some reason, loved him all of a sudden. So I have not heard this record, and I mean I know the hits that you hear all the time, but I've never done any sort of deep dive into his music. It was never my thing, but now I think it's since I'm older and I'm a little more mature.
Yeah.
I understand that there's more than, getting partying and booze to music,
Really?
There were
there is?
there were no like the greatest hits he put out with Mary Jane on it in '93, two, whatever that was. There none of this record's on that at all. So
cool.
When you was discussing, Patrick, I just knew you was going to say Stone Sour.
No. I am not a Stone Sour or Slipknot kind of guy.
Well, I'm not a Slipknot guy, but now I do like Stone Sour. But that's where I thought you was going, because I was like, that sounds just like Stone Sour.
I do love the cover he did of On the Dark Side by John Cafferty.
Yeah,
he did that on a solo record, I think.
Yeah, I think Corey Taylor's an awesome singer. That song on the what is that, Sound City? That documentary.
Yeah.
That him and Grohl and who else was on that? Rick Nielsen.
Yep.
What is the name of that song? It escapes me.
I know what you're talking about. I remember watching that.
Anyway, I think Duality's a pretty good song. As far as
Slipknot?
Yeah.
I just think, I've never gotten down with Slipknot. I tried. I bought that first record when it came out because everybody was all about it.
Yeah.
And I thought Wait and Bleed was okay. Iowa had like 2 or 3 songs that I was like, okay, this is all right. But then it got to be formulaic. It just seemed like everything they did sounded the same. And then that comeback record in, what was that, 16, 15? Well, after Paul Gray died.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not for a lack of trying. And I bet you if I saw him live, I'd be like, holy shit, that was an experience.
Yeah. Probably.
But yeah,
they remind me a lot of Slayer in a way because their fans they're the fans.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fans will do anything that they say.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. They mean the world to a lot of people. And
yeah.
I'm kind of like Ryan on Guru in that I would never tell somebody that their band sucks.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, it sucks to me,
You're right.
And they don't suck. I mean, they can play their instruments way better than I ever could. But I just never understood the fascination with them. So
yeah. Cool. Well, we got our homework to do for the week. And guys, it's been another fantastic Saturday morning hanging out with you guys. And we will catch up next Saturday. And I'm sure actually we'll catch up during the week because I know we've all got things to do with each other on other things. So it's all good. So, guys, thank you for a great Saturday morning, and peace, and don't be a dick, and love you guys.
Love you too.
Good week.